Hello, and welcome back for another adventure in the cookie jar. Today we're doing the 12th recipe from the Cream Puff Murder. They are called Blueberry Crunch Cookies. These sound really good. And just the final note on that page. We are preheating our oven to 350. We're going to want 1 cup of melted butter, that's 2 sticks, 2 cups of white granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 large eggs beaten, just whip them up with a fork, 2.5 cups of flour, 1 cup dried sweetened blueberries. Other dried fruit will also work if you cut it in blueberry-sized pieces. Obviously, I would change the name from Blueberry Crunch Cookies to whatever fruit you used to crunch cookies. And 2 cups ground dry oatmeal. Measure before grinding. And it's really nice that they put that in there with the instructions or the ingredient list. All right, so the first note is mixing this dough is much easier with an electric mixer, but you can also do it by hand. For the dry oatmeal, it just says dry oatmeal. It doesn't say rolled oats, quick oats, or steel cut oats, I think are one of the other ones. So I used the quick cook oats. Essentially, you're melting the butter, mixing in the sugar, the vanilla, the salt, the baking soda, cool it, add the eggs, mix in half the flour, or mix the flour in half cup increments, and then the blueberries, and then the oatmeal. It has instructions on putting it in the food processor until it's the consistency of coarse sand. I've already done that, as well as melted the butter. You're gonna walnut-sized balls in a cookie sheet of 12, greased. They're going to cook at 350 for 10 minutes, or until golden brown on top. It has a note that says mine took 11. Cool on cookie sheets for 2 minutes and put them on a wire rack. 6 to 7 dozen unusually and tasty cookies, depending on cookie size. The last note says these cookies freeze well if you stack them on foil, like roll-in coins, and roll them tucking in the ends. Just place the rolls of cookie in a freezer bag, and they'll keep for 3 months or so, as long as no one finds them and eats them without telling you. So, it looks really simple. There's about a mid-sized amount of ingredients. Let's get started. This is everything we will be using for these blueberry crunch cookies. Okay, so we already have our melted butter in the bowl, to which we will add the sugar. Let those play nice. Now I'm going to pour in the vanilla, the salt, and the baking soda. Test it to see if it's cool. It is feeling cool. So I'm going to add in the eggs. Right, now the flour in half cup increments. Next, go with the blueberries. And lastly, the oatmeal. That's all there is to the batter. It does say if the dough is too sticky to scoop it or roll it, to put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. I'm hoping that's not the case, plus I'm using the cookie scoop, so that should help a lot as well. It does seem rather wet though, so hopefully all that butter can keep it nice and oiled up. And there we have our first tray. I'm just going to scoop up the rest and we'll see how many we get. So we have rolled or scooped and flattened the cookies. We have 68, which is 5.5 dozen plus 2. They'll go in 350 for 10 minutes, cool for 2, and go on wire racks. And here all of the cookies are baked. This is how much you get. So these are the blueberry crunch cookies. Okay. They have a really, really nice blueberry flavor. I think it'd be a really good cookie to dunk in like a cup of tea or something. Because like I said, they are kind of dry. But I feel like cookies for like tea are better for that. So they absorb the tea. Especially with that blueberry flavor. I think that would go really, really well with the tea. Overall, they were quick. They were easy to throw together. And they have a really, really good flavor to them and a really good mouthfeel as well. Next week, we are making a guilt-free parfait, which I'm kind of tempted to make it and also to change it and just make it with regular stuff. I think I might just stick to the book and get all the sugar-free or the diet drinks. Because it's like 3 types of Jell-O and then 3 types of sodas to go with those Jell-Os. But I'm not a big diet person. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it's pretty good. All right, if you're interested, join us next week. Bye.